everyone. My name is Edward S. Redcar, and I'm the host of Edward S. Redcar's Entertainer Chat. And today I have the extreme pleasure of speaking with Martin Christophersen. And he hails from Denmark, and he is, let's see, there's so many things that I want to talk about to him, but let me just list uh, uh, just several of them about him. He's an actor, a producer, a writer, an artist, a car and motorcycle enthusiast. I'm not finished yet. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu athlete, a boxing and kickboxing athlete, a handball athlete, and a painter and a nutritionist. That's absolutely that's absolutely amazing. Now, all the things that you do, Martin. So, how are you? Welcome to the show, first of all, and
Thank you, thank you.
welcome. Thank you for being on my show. And how are you today?
Well, I'm so good. I mean, I enjoy the little Denmark. Maybe it's a little bit cold, but I just enjoy the little country here. So yeah, I have a good day. Yeah. And how about you?
I'm doing well myself. Yeah, in fact, everyone in the audience there, Martin and I were just talking here before we started the interview about how similar our climates are, and
Mm,
I told him that in Denmark I would feel totally at home because it's the similar climate. Like now we're in the winter time; they got the same temperatures. I'd wear the same type of clothing, so no problem for me to pack whatever I typically wear every day and make the trip to Denmark or Sweden or any of the other Scandinavian countries. And
exactly,
yeah,
exactly. It's almost the same like in every country, unless if you go to the north, I mean that's even colder. Like up north in Norway and Sweden, they have like very cold weather.
oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah.
just like here on this side of the ocean, Canada. Uh, you go quite a bit farther north, like farther north than like either Toronto or Montreal. You go up to like the Hudson Bay up there. That is,
Yeah,
I've never been
that
up there. Maybe I'll put that on my bucket list to try
yeah,
to feel
yeah, it's
how
on my bucket list as well because I want to see the beautiful nature. But
yeah.
I think maybe I will go in the summer.
Yeah, I was just going
Yeah,
to say it'll be a short trip if it's this time of year, but yeah,
yeah,
definitely
like
during the
like a
summer.
weekend and then back.
That's right. A quick 2 or 3 day weekend getaway, and then right back to the warmth. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
yeah
exactly. Yeah,
yeah.
I guess you can drive, right? You can just drive up to and then
Oh,
back, or is it too far away?
oh no, no, no. You can probably take a few days and drive, say maybe at least for a good day to get up there, stay there maybe a day or two, and then turn around and drive back. No, it's totally doable. Yeah, if you
Oh,
wanted
that's
to
good.
drive
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying to you before we started the interview, you're such an interesting guy. I was looking through your social media posts and everything like that, and it's like, my gosh, I says, there's so many things I want to ask him. Where do I start first? There's so many. An example is the long list of credits that you have in my intro to you today. You know, actor, nutritionist, and so many other things. So, what I usually do, what I like to know about my guests when I first start the program, whether they're musician, actor, singer, dancer, producer, director, whatever. I like to know how they got into the game, how they got to do what they do today. So I'll pose that first question to you. How did you become, since you're a producer, writer, and an actor, how did you become interested in all of that?
Yeah, well, yeah, that's a good question, and also there's a long story behind. But
We
if it
got
takes too
we
long,
got
you will just tell me, okay?
we got time. So
Good,
just
good.
tell away. We got time.
All right, all right. So the thing is about producing and writing, that's like my second thing, because I just did it a few times and I really enjoy it, but I always collaborate with other people about it because I have some visions and some stories in my head and I want to put it out in the world. And you know, when I see some acting jobs, you know, they're like, okay, they have a story, they have a story, they have a story, and that's totally fine. But you know, I have my own stories I want to produce and go out in the world with. So it's not like where I wanted to put my focus on writing and producing, but I will do it because I want to, yeah, make those stories I have. Um, but the acting stuff, that's a whole nother thing. I mean, yeah, I have, yeah, again, that's a long story, but from very, very young, I was I was kind of, you know, I wanted to find a way to express myself. I wanted to do like a performing thing. I wanted to entertain people with something, but I didn't know what. And I was like maybe 10 years old. And I remember I asked my mother if I could start dancing in a dance studio or something like this, because I saw this music video called Freestyler. You remember that Freestyler with what's the name? Bumfunk MC, maybe that's the name of it. It's an old
Uh,
music video.
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name either, but yeah,
Yeah, but I
yeah.
think that's the name. I don't remember at all, but I
Like
remember there was those.
like like MC Hammer. That's what I'm thinking of. MC Hammer or
It's not MC Hammer. I think it's
okay.
like there is an MC, and I think it's like Bum Funk MC, but I don't
Okay.
remember too
Okay.
much. Yeah, but I remember there was those breakdancers in this video, and I didn't know the name of breakdancing. I thought it was hip hop dancing. So I
Hmm.
asked my mother, "Can I go to this class?" And she said yes. And I remember it was hip hop slash disco.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that was like, yeah,
Yeah.
I was like that's it. I mean, I have to
Yeah.
go here.
I
And
I I, rem I remember disco. I'm showing my age now, but now I mean I totally remember disco back 1978, 79. So I'm really dating myself right now. So
yeah,
yeah.
but you know, disco and breakdance have nothing to, you know,
No.
it's two different things. Um, so I was like, I was there six, maybe eight times, and I was asking myself, when are we going to do the crazy cool stuff on the ground? You know, spinning around and do all the crazy stuff. And I asked my teacher in the school, and she said that that's not that kind of dancing. That's breakdancing. We don't have it here. You have to go to Copenhagen or something. And I was living far away.
Oh.
So I got home, tell my mother, I don't want to do this anymore. Yeah,
I
that was
totally
too much.
lost interest. It's
Yeah,
not, it's not,
totally. I
all
don't
right,
want to take the train to Copenhagen. That was too
right.
much. Yeah, so that was like a dream I saw in a music video just went by, you know? Just right away. And I mean,
That
it,
train left the station, right? That
yeah,
train was gone, right?
pretty fast, you know? Yeah, and I guess that was a couple of years later. Um, you know, I always loved music, and I grew up with a father who's making and plays music himself. So I really enjoy music with all of this, and I was thinking maybe I should do some guitar or piano or something, and I tried, and I really enjoy it. But here's the thing. I don't have the discipline. I didn't have the motivation for it. And it was like, okay, I do this for fun, but I don't want to do it like every day, all time,
Right.
all day. So I was like, no, I push it away. And I remember my father was, yeah, you have to do it. You have to do it. And I was, yeah, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow. Yeah.
That
So
was the next train that left the station. That was gone,
exactly,
right? Yeah.
exactly. And I went back to but I went back to it and
Okay.
tried again, you know. So I got a piano for maybe 6, 7 years ago,
Okay.
and I really love to sit down and play on it. But it's like some days it's like 2 hours maybe, and some days it's like 20 minutes,
Yeah,
and then there's
yeah,
like going a month, and then I'm going back to it. So that's, you know,
yeah, yeah.
you don't learn with so little.
And
So
then it's just like starting all over again when you're away from it for a long time, and then you come back to it, and it's like you're looking at the keyboard. Okay, now which
Yeah,
key do I start with? Which key do I press, right? Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah,
exactly. And it's like, okay, like give me 4 hours, I will be on the big stage, and
yeah.
it's a lot of audience, and everybody will
No,
just see
no,
how
no,
good I
no.
am.
It don't work that way. It doesn't
Yeah,
work that way
no.
at all.
Well, I guess that was my problem. I didn't,
Okay.
if I was a little bored, I was no, I didn't want to do it. So yeah, and then I grew a little older. I mean, when I was around 20 years old, I think I went to a website because I saw a lot of movies. And I remember when I grew older, I saw some movies. I don't remember what movie it was, but if it gave me like emotion when it was finished the movie, I was like, okay, it gave me like emotional, like I was sad or I was happy or something like this. And I wanted to say, I want to do this as well. So I went to a website looking up some acting schools,
Okay.
and it was so expensive.
Oh
And
yeah.
it took
Oh yeah.
3 or 4 years. And I was like, no, I want to be an actor today. I want to do it
Yes.
now. And I don't want to pay anything. It's have to be free. And yeah.
Right. Right, right, right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
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 So,
So,
so aside from that, like you were saying that it was like a really large amount of money to go even online acting school. So, to get into the acting part, where you grew up in your town where you grew up, were there any local community theaters, like volunteer theaters, where you could get experience like that? Was there anything like that where you grew up to give you acting experience?
so, not that I was aware of. And,
Okay.
and also, I think it was at that time, I don't think it was you know I think the thought about being an actor was like more the thing. I didn't, I just went on the websites. I didn't even look if there was in my town. um so no, I don't think so, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah. Because I
uh
was wondering if it was like either in your town or like a neighboring town that
yeah,
you could say like maybe within an hour drive or a half an hour drive or something like that. Because way back when I first started, I wasn't always in film as I am today. I started on the stage
yeah,
acting, and when I first got interested in it. Uh, uh, I really first got interested in it like when I was a teenager, 12, 13. And then
okay, so you
I
started pretty early. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
and then I picked it up again when I was like in my mid 20s.
yeah,
And in fact, my mother, just like your mother, had a big influence on my life with respect to like acting. And she said she happened to see like an advertisement in the newspaper for this one local community theater holding auditions. And she says to me, and I was in my mid 20s at the time, and she said to me, she says, "Gee," she says, "You used to act quite a while ago in school. Maybe you should go and try it out, and
yeah,
like
yeah,
that."
totally. Yeah,
Yeah, so I did, and I was hooked again. Like they say, when you like acting, you're bit by the acting bug, by the acting bug. So I was bit by the acting bug at 12 or 13, and then again at like in my mid 20s. So God rest her soul, thanks to her, that's how I ended up, what I'm doing today. So moms have a big influence on us, don't they?
that's so nice. And yes, they have a big influence. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's so nice sometimes, to think about what they give you in life. I
Oh,
mean,
definitely.
yeah,
Definitely,
and
definitely.
even bigger things like this. I mean,
Oh,
this is like a dream you want to go after. I mean, not like, a daily job where you just yeah,
right,
thinking about, okay, I'm going to work again, and never like is happy about it.
right. So,
So
yeah,
so
so
I
so
totally agree.
yeah, so that's my experience like with local community theater.
Yeah.
So um
When did you go from theater to movies and series? Is that
only about 3 years ago. I've only been in films like the past 3 years.
okay?
Um, I first started when I came back to acting, I was away from acting for quite a while, like 30 plus years. I had like the day-to-day job and had different, family responsibilities.
Oh
So
yeah, yeah, of course.
yeah, so I came back to it like about three years ago. Uh, there were opportunities like that was that during the time of COVID when everything was shut down, everything was like on Zoom, like we are
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
and there was actual live online theater, and that's how I got back into film, and I got used to acting within the square here like this, instead
yeah.
of the big gestures of the stage. So I sort of got my working credits and my film experience all at the same time doing this Zoom and then like that. So but like with you, you were in school, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Yeah.
Did you, when you were in school or college or whatever, were you ever in any productions like when you were in school?
Like when I was younger.
Younger or younger and older, I mean, whatever.
No, no, I was not like when I was younger, like a kid and a teenager and even a young adult. I didn't think about this way and what to do. I didn't know where to begin or even where to start. So I actually started pretty late with going into acting school
Okay.
and get the thought of how to do it and when to do it,
Mhm.
where to do the different things. And there's still something I don't know, but I just gotta learn on the way. So
There's still some things that I don't know either. So
yeah, I mean,
so
we
we're
learn all the life, right?
so what's that?
Yes, we learn all the life.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
God rest his soul, my father, he lived to his late 90s. He'd always say to me every once in a while, he'd say, Ed, he says, you learn something new every day. And I thought to myself, I says, Dad, I'd say to myself, my gosh, you're in your late 90s and you still don't know everything. Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
like,
but
well, I
we
don't feel
thinking
so
about our
bad.
parents like this.
Right. So it's like, I don't feel so bad that I don't know everything yet. If you don't know anything yet and you're almost 90, whatever, it's like no problem. We got this. But
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the spirit. I mean, why even if we can learn every day, that's awesome. I mean, and
oh, that,
there's also a lot of things we don't learn, and that's okay. I
oh
mean,
yeah, totally,
yeah,
totally
yeah.
okay. Totally okay.
There's like only one way, and that's up.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right.
yeah,
That's why we got brakes so we don't go sliding back down, right? We can only
exactly. Yeah.
press the gas pedal and go up.
Exactly,
That's the
and
way.
in some cases we have the handbrake. So if something went wrong.
As an emergency, as an extra safety precaution, right?
Yeah, yeah,
The
just in
handbrake.
case. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. If my foot don't work, the handbrake's going to work.
exactly,
Something like that.
exactly.
Something
Yeah,
like that. So, yeah. Sticking like with your on the topic of your acting, your first short film is a drama short called "It's Never Too Late."
yeah,
And it's been screened at the online version of the North Film Festival in Stockholm, Sweden, just last week. And you mentioned in one of your social media posts that you first thought of the idea for this film in 2021 when you were still in school, and
yeah.
then you returned to making the film after you finished school. And which I thought was amazing. You said you finished the film in just one weekend. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah, I mean, shooting it for only one weekend. I mean, the
Yeah.
pre-production and post-production, that's so much longer. Yeah.
Wow. Well, and so you're one of the producers, you're one of the screenwriters, and also you star in the role of Jimmy in the film. So uh, for those who haven't seen it yet, I know I've watched it on the online screening last week. So for those, which is probably most everybody yet, which hasn't seen it yet, and without revealing too many of the details of the story, just kind of generally tell all the folks out there what this film is about?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, it's about mental illness, like how do you say it, like depression, anxiety, and stress. There's a lot of people out in the world right now with a lot of those mental illness. So surely it's about this character Jimmy having problems, and he's a little bit afraid to reach out to his family. And yeah, he's thinking about it. Maybe he's doing it. I will not share this information, you know.
Yeah,
And yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, not too much.
I know
Yeah,
you want to tell it. I know it's right there,
I
but
can
yeah,
feel. I
just
just wanna, but then people maybe
put
don't
the
want to see it. So
handbrake
I have
on.
to.
Put the
Yeah,
handbrake on.
yeah.
Yeah.
Handbrake, and then yeah. Yeah, so surely it's about reaching out for help when you find yourself in a deep hole, you know. That's I don't think I can share too much, because if I say much more, I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
totally know what kind of
Yeah,
movie
yeah.
it is. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
well, I mean, I know what the film is about. I know
yeah.
how the ending is, but yeah, that yet again, not revealing too much of the film. Yeah, it seems to be like an ongoing problem today, right? With
Yes,
people trying to deal with depression and things of that nature.
yes, all over the world. It's not like one country or two countries. It's all over the world all the time, and you hear about it. So I think it's yeah. I mean, the theme of this short movie is like pretty. Yeah, it's like on spot. It's you see this kind of things today and years ago, and I guess in the future as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Without revealing too much, I think I can say that I was uncertain, uh, like with your character. I was sort of it kind of gave a level of suspense, to
Mm,
want me to know more before I knew the ending of the movie. Um, that I wasn't quite sure if all of these things that were happening to him were actually happening, or if it was
mm,
just all a dream, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly.
That's the way it hit me. Is he in a constant dream state, or is all of this really happening? And it really piqued my interest, and really uh that I wanted to know more until the very end of the film, when everything was revealed, what happened and things like that. So yeah,
Yeah,
I think that was a very, very good technique to use to keep people's interest. Yeah,
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 yeah.
exactly. And not just reveal the whole story from the beginning.
Right, right,
Because
right.
if we know the story from the beginning, why even see this movie? So,
Yeah, yeah, right.
there
If
have
you're
to be like
Yeah,
yeah, like
yeah,
like this, yeah.
yeah.
But I'm glad that you enjoyed the short movie, even that it was without the subtitles. Uh,
Oh no, that's quite all right. Well, there was so much that that was just revealed, like, emotionally. I mean, you could watch it. Myself not being familiar, with the language, but it's like I could feel what was happening, and it was almost like I could feel it by like an unspoken word, that the emotions that were conveyed in the film told me what was going on, and not only told me what was going on, but told me how all of these different characters were feeling. So
yeah,
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 no, that's
yeah.
that was very good. Very, very, very,
Yeah,
very
and
good.
also the director for the short movie, he told me when he was writing the most of the story, but he told me when you do it doesn't matter if it's a short movie, a feature film, even what kind of genre it is. He said always try to use something that's up in time, and there's a lot of this up in time right now, and
Hmm.
also make the story like the people can reflect themselves in it, like see as we if you have tried to have stress or depression, you can totally see yourself in this character. Or
Hmm.
maybe you have a person close to you that have been depressed or stressed or anxiety, and so you kind of you kind of know what kind of feelings this character have. So like you say, even without subtitles, you can feel his feeling.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Uh, Another thing that we can talk about with this film without saying anything about the story is like the technical side. You like we were talking about, you shot this over like a whole entire weekend. Uh, what size crew did you have to do all of that? Was it a
So it
large crew or like a just like the bare essential crew, the necessities, 5 or 6 people on a crew or how
Yeah,
many?
I think it was like a middle thing because you know I tried to save a lot of my own private money for this project.
Yes,
So
yes, yeah.
so I tried to make it with a few people, but I think with the actors and actresses and the crew, I think we were 12, 14 people.
That's good. That's quite a good number, sure.
That's quite a good number, yes. And
Yeah, yeah, because I
so
know there are some films where they do it or they do it maybe with a bit less or a lot less. They might not have, say, the luxury to have that many people available, but like they say, the more the merrier, right? The more you have, the more you can divide the work, amongst everybody. So everybody isn't like doubling or tripling up on their duties, like lighting and sound. Okay, you do lighting,
yeah,
sound. You can have maybe like a lighting person, a sound person, and things like that. So
yeah,
that's
and even like you said, even that we were like 12, 14 people, there were still people, working like double. I know I was also on set. I mean, even when I did not act, I was not in the next scene. I was just, going around with food to people and like, hey, get something to eat, get something to drink, and I was totally in the producing head, not in the
right,
acting head.
right,
So I was
right.
like,
Well,
well,
yeah.
that's the thing I learned.
Yeah, yeah. Well, with that many things to do, it's sort of hard to like keep the concentration like
Yeah,
Martin the actor, Martin the producer, Martin the screenwriter, right?
yeah,
So, but
yeah.
I mean, you got it all done, and like I says, within one weekend. So, I mean, that's quite an accomplishment, and that's for your first short film. So,
Exactly,
I
and I'm
mean,
I'm really proud of it. I'm really
oh,
proud
you
of it.
should, oh, you
But
should be, you
I
should be, yeah.
experienced and learned from myself. Next time, I will produce a short movie, but I have to put it away. So there have to be other producers who can take over without asking me all the time because I need to focus on the acting.
Right, right, right.
Yeah,
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 and especially not only doing all those other duties, producing and food service, making sure everybody was fed and everything, but the acting part, I mean, the acting part takes quite a bit of energy and concentration
yeah,
all by itself. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
without doing all of the other duties that you had to do this time, kind
Yeah,
of getting yourself centered and focused, maybe staying in a quiet place and just kind of centering and say, okay, now I'm the character. But no, that's I mean, that's quite impressive. I mean, the performance that you did with having all of those other things to think about.
yeah,
So
yeah. Thank you, Edo. Yeah, I mean, but I learned from that weekend. I had to put this other roles beside and focus on the acting.
yeah,
And
oh
even
yeah,
next time, I will say the same. I mean, I could produce, but I have to put it beside because
that's right.
like you say, it's my first time. I haven't tried it before, and
Hmm.
now I'm taking three kind of roles on me, and I experienced it was too much for me. Maybe other people could do it, but not me. And maybe in the future it will be easier for me. I don't know, but
Well,
you know,
maybe those other people, maybe they started out the same way as you did too, and
yeah,
so they learned from that experience just like you learned from it. So I think
yeah,
like they say, I think everybody is like in the same boat, when they
yeah,
start with the experience and gaining experience. And yeah, I know I found out that experience is one of the not the only, but like one of the best teachers of doing things.
yeah,
Experiences learn like they say, learn by doing. So that's just
yeah.
one of the things there. So
And
the
I totally agree on that. I'm the same kind of person. I mean, I really enjoy to be teach, but I have to go out and feel it on my own body before I'm taking it all in. So
oh
so I
yeah,
have to go out and work to get it under my skin. So I totally agree what you're saying.
right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this film was that shot near where you live in the area?
No, I mean, right now I live in north, yeah, like north from Copenhagen. So when you say near, Denmark is a small country.
No, no. Well,
So like, so
well,
it's like 1 hour drive.
yeah. Well, let me rephrase that. Yeah, perhaps I didn't ask the question the right way. I think what I meant to say is, was the location like close by, like maybe within a half an hour drive? Was it close?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the thing is, it's like I think it was like 1 hour, one of the days, and when you see the outside location from the beginning and the last scenes,
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
that was maybe 1.5 hour away.
Okay.
That was close to beach, and we had to like get some how do you say it, like we have to to ask the police and because we were
Oh,
using
okay.
those the blue light
Yes.
from the police.
Since you were filming like in a public place, you had to get
Exactly.
like permits or paperwork to allow you to. Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
that's the
okay,
word, permission for it. Yeah, yeah,
okay, okay,
exactly. Yeah,
okay.
yeah, and also because of the blue light, we have to write to the police, the nearest police department, say, hey, is it okay? We will close the location, and they said it's okay, uh, just that people can go around,
Okay,
without any
yeah.
problem. So I remember actually when we did shoot this scene, on that day there was like a big meeting for runners
Oh
in the
no.
morning, and they had a lot of colored clothes on, like yellow, orange, red, green, and they didn't care about we were filming this. They just went through the signs where to say we're filming, go around, and they were just going
Oh
right
no.
through it. Yeah, it was so funny, but same time,
Yeah,
look at the sign, go
yeah.
around.
You could have hired them as extras, as background actors,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, but I don't have so much money.
No, I know. Pay, pay, pay them in food, right?
Yeah. Oh,
If you had a
yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
food,
Yeah.
say
Then
it's
the thing is, me and my girlfriend, she's also producing at the short movie here, and we actually, when we got home from the first day of shooting, we were just standing in the kitchen the evening and make all those sandwiches and
oh
and
my
everything.
gosh.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, and that's the thing. Like I told you, it's too much.
So
It's too
so
much. Yeah.
so not only were you like they call it craft services, like on movie sets, you were actually the kitchen staff besides distributing the food. Oh my
A, a,
gosh.
pa- a part of it. Yes, yes, yes. I
Wow.
was. Yeah.
And you acted in the film besides, so it's like
Yeah.
kudos to you. I bow
Yeah.
to you for
Thank
doing
you.
all
Thank you. But
like they say, I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy. No, wow. No, I didn't
oh, I
realize
gave
all.
it a try. That's it. And I think I still enjoyed it because that it was. I think it was the longest weekend where I worked like the hardest thing in my life
Yeah,
because it
yeah.
was so long, many hours. But when the weekend was like finished, I was like, wow, I want to do this again.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah,
addicting, right? You know, it's
yeah,
addicting. You just want to keep it, it stirs up your artistic passion. So it's like you can't get enough of it, right? Just like with acting, like producing, directing, writing the same thing, it's like I gotta have more, I'm done with this project, but okay, now where's the next project? What am I going to do next?
yeah, yeah. Well, that's so true because even when I'm sitting down and writing a little script, I get my head like in another script. Like, hey, I want to do this as well. So I'm just a little bit confusing by
Right, right.
some different scripts.
Well, it's like let all of those thoughts come in, like they say like writers or screenwriters, like if you have an idea to write something, absolutely write absolutely everything down that you're thinking of. And
Yeah,
it's like the saying or the phrase goes, throw everything up on the wall and whatever sticks to the wall, use that. I mean, it's like there, if you write a lot. There's bound to be things that you're not going to use, right? That's
yeah, yeah.
right. So you're bound to eliminate something, and so they say write absolutely everything you think of because you can always take things out, but you can't put things back, that aren't there. You can take
No.
them out. So let stick to the wall, whatever makes sense. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
and that when you say that's totally totally like in me, yeah, that's it because I remember maybe 1 year ago, I just woke up in the morning, like 4 in the morning, and I was like, okay, I cannot sleep. I have this story in my head. I have to write it down because if I fell asleep again, I will not remember it when I
that's
wake up.
right.
So
You're
I
gonna
wake up in the middle of the night, going, sitting on the
right,
computer, just writing my story, just
right.
just one side with
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I just
Yeah.
kept writing from the day after.
If something like that happens, and like you say, if you went back to sleep and didn't bother with writing it down, that could be like an Academy Award winning film that you just went back to
Right?
sleep from, right? It's like,
Yeah,
oh no,
exactly.
why did I do that,
Yeah, yeah, so
Yeah.
true. Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
If
yeah,
if I didn't want to sleep so bad that that gold statue could be sitting on top of my shelf right now, But
exactly. And
it does.
I'm sitting. I have a picture in my head, like with the the Oscar, like, whoa,
Yes,
was the greatest story for this year.
that's right. But he went to sleep, so so it never happened. It never happened.
Exactly. Yeah. And you
Yeah,
can sleep later on. So I guess if you wake up in the morning and you're not feeling tired and you have the story in your head, go write it down.
that's right.
That's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You
Go
have
ahead
to
and
do it.
do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. Yeah, yeah. So
Exactly.
I mean, you've had so much success with your first short film here. So, like, like in the future, do you plan to keep working or developing more short films? And do you also like eventually plan to get into feature films as well?
Oh yeah, yeah. So the thing is, yeah, I'm aiming for doing feature films and also, of course, bigger. bigger feature films and series, especially in Denmark. I wanted to go to the United States one day when I can. But for now, I mean, I'm just doing my own stories, and when there's like a job opportunity, that's like, okay, I can totally see myself in this story. I'm searching for it, and so I hope to get some jobs, and I will, of course. But I'm actually in the very beginning of two short movies right now. Both one in Denmark right now, and also one in LA.
Oh, really good,
Yeah,
good, good,
yeah.
good.
I was like in LA for 6 weeks. Just came home for 1 week ago, and I did met a lot of great, awesome people,
Oh yeah.
and we just talking about making this short movie together. And I had a meeting with a director and also a writer,
Okay.
and we just
Okay.
made this short movie, and we have the script, and now we just need to make the final draft and gather a crew, and of course maybe fund some money, and I have to save some money before going back.
Right, right,
Yeah, and
right.
also there's rules about if I could work, if I cannot work, and I guess I can work if it's unpaid. I think that's legal.
Okay.
But yeah, but I have to save some money to go back and pay for
Okay.
some of the short movie
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we want to do it so professional as possible.
Oh, naturally, naturally. So then, like for those next, that next film or two films, would you be going like besides funding part of it, like on your own, would you be going into like the crowdfunding or like the Kickstarter? I mean, things like that as well.
Yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
I don't know the part in the United States. I guess I will get some producers from LA to do this part, but in Denmark, yeah, we will totally go to find some fundings and because I don't want to put all my private
Oh
economy
no,
in.
no,
Yeah,
definitely
I did
not.
that the last time, and I mean, it's not a problem if I earned a lot of more money,
Right,
but
right, right.
it took a couple of my vacations from me, so
Oh yeah, I was
yeah,
going to say that can be draining if you're going to
and it
be like
was.
self-funded. Yeah, but I
Yeah,
mean,
and it was, and
money,
I don't mind if I just had to put like $1,000 or $2,000 in it. That's
yeah,
that's okay, but I think the last one got a little too expensive.
yeah.
So I would like to search for the fundings. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
yeah,
know a lot. I mean, a lot of people have had a lot of good results with funding like that, whether it be like GoFundMe or Kickstarter or things along those lines. So,
yeah. Did
yeah,
you ever try to search fundings yourself?
not yet I haven't, but
Okay,
I know people that have gotten pretty good results out of it. But that's
okay, okay.
uh, that's that's in my plans for the future. So I have their good examples to follow.
Yeah,
Like I said,
yeah,
either through GoFundMe or Kickstarter or things like that.
yeah,
I mean, that would definitely like be in your plans, like both your from your personal resources and crowdfunding and so like for eventually like feature films, uh would you go entirely for like the outside sourcing and sort of stop your or not put any of your own into it, but go like completely to like public funding, like for your like a feature film?
yeah. So if I ever do a feature film, I don't think I want to take the producing role on me. So yeah,
Oh
I
yeah,
would not
yeah.
put any I will not put any of my private economy in this feature film. I
Hmm.
mean, maybe I could do some producing stuff, but I still need to focus, like have the laser focus on my acting.
Oh
And I
yeah.
think from short movies to a feature film or a series, that's a bigger step.
Oh
So
yeah, oh definitely. Yeah,
yeah,
there's
but again, you never know. Maybe later on I will do it, but
oh yeah,
I have
yeah,
to go and focus on the acting. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
I
thing
know.
is, actually, with one of the short movie I will do here in Denmark,
Hmm.
that's I can say it without reveal too much. It's a martial arts short movie,
Okay,
and
okay,
I really think we need that in Denmark. You know, with some realistic fighting,
okay.
beautiful fighting, realistic, and of course not only fighting. You know, we need to see this dramatic, deep, emotionally story. But I like to do this as a short, and later on, maybe if possible, sell it to a company that like can see this short movie become to a feature film.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
so that's
yeah.
actually
Hmm.
yeah, that's my goal.
Yeah. Have speaking about making connections like that, have you been to a lot of different film festivals, or are you just starting? Is the North Film Festival, the online version, is that your very first film festival to
Oh,
submit?
oh no, I did post it to some different festivals, and I think it got to 5 festivals. And I
Okay.
think that, yeah, I actually don't remember because it's like over this year. But I think there was one in Madrid, in Spain.
Okay, yeah, I can't think of the name of it. I know there is one there. Well, the one that I'm familiar with is Darwin Rena's Love and Hope Film Festival in Barcelona. That's the one that I've been in twice.
Yeah,
But
okay,
but
okay, but it's not that. It's not that because I don't.
yeah,
I will remember the name if you said it, but it's not it.
okay, okay. No,
Yeah, and
like you were saying when you mentioned Madrid,
yeah.
that kind of uh made me think that I've heard of a festival there, but I can't think of the name of it either. But
No, and you know
yeah.
there's a lot of festivals around the
Oh
world. I
yeah,
could see
no,
it
there's
on the websites.
oh
There's
there's
a lot of it. Yeah.
thousands of them, not only like in person, but I mean online as well. And
Yeah.
sometimes they have online festivals, and they'll have like a competition every month during the year, and then at the very end of the year they'll take like all the winners of the individual monthly competitions and put them all together in the in-person festival at the end of the year, or
Okay.
maybe an online festival at the end of the year. And then you have one grand winner for like the entire festival, for the whole year. But
Yeah, but that's nice and nice again because then you can meet every people and from
oh
yeah,
yeah.
that's
Oh
amazing
yeah.
again. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, you were talking about making connections in LA and things like that.
yeah,
Film festivals are a great, I can't think of a greater way to meet new friends, make connections, collaborations. To me, it's like one of the greatest things in the world there to uh, uh, probably not only to find funding, but also like distribution, find distributors,
yeah, yeah,
for your film, whether it's a short film, a feature, a documentary, drama, whatever. It's just a great place. It's just a
yeah.
great place
It's a
to
great way
be.
to go this way. Yeah, yeah,
All,
because it's a movie. You have to get people to see it.
oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's the way to do it. But when you say it, I did have a meet. I was supposed to have a meeting in LA with a woman called name's Nicole. She didn't have time for a meeting with me, but I was invited to like a screening for a Vietnamese movie,
Oh wow, that's great.
and I met her, and she have her own film festival. And she asked me if I was going to Cannes this year, and I was like, "Yeah, I want to, but I'm not sure."
Yeah,
And she said,
yeah.
"Well, maybe next year, and you can just post your short movie to me." And I said, "Well, not this one, but the next one I will do. I will." So I hope she will take it on the festival and say, "This is a great movie." Yeah.
Well, it is. You're talking about the one now, or the one
Oh,
to,
not one now,
or the
but the
one to
next one.
be?
Yeah, Yeah,
Well,
because the thing is, I used a lot of money, like I said,
oh
and
yeah.
and I,
Oh
I
yeah,
just
yeah.
said to myself, this is the last one. So the one in Stockholm, where we just met, you and me,
Hmm.
Edward, I said to myself, this is the last one because now I don't want to post any more money in it.
No, I know it. No.
Again, because the private economy and
That's right.
yeah,
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 you got to save you got to save wherever you can or as much as you can. Right, right.
exactly,
Yeah, yeah.
exactly, yeah,
But no,
yeah,
that sounds like a great opportunity with her. And
yeah.
if well, I know that your next short film is going to be, or if not better than the one that you have now. So I don't think
I
you should have
promise it
any
will be
problems.
so much better because that's my in Danish we say the heart child, like this
Oh,
is why we
that
want
oh
to
your first film is like your baby, right? That's your
yeah,
baby, right?
exactly. So the
That's
next one is like, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
because
that
that's also because what some part of it, it's like from my own story, from my own life.
oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I'm really looking forward to this, but actually me and the other writer from this home in Denmark, we just in a dialogue with a director, a pretty known name in Denmark. I cannot say who it is.
Okay, okay,
I'm not sure if he wants to direct it yet. He
okay.
said he could not see himself in it. He did read the script, but he said he wants to have a Zoom meeting with us and just talk because
Oh, okay.
he have some thought about it. So maybe, I'm not sure
Okay.
yet, but I hope so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems like you've got a lot of different things going on,
Oh yeah, yeah,
and one or more than one of them is going to turn out in your favor. So, well, put your name out there as much as you can, spread it around, and I mean
yeah.
you're bound to get some good feedback from it, I mean guaranteed. So like I say, they see your first film this that you got now, and if that's any indication of your future films, which I'm sure it is, will be, the same level of artistry that you put into it now.
Oh yeah, oh
I
yeah.
I don't think you've got anything to worry about. Just put it out
I
there.
hope so, Edward. I hope
Right,
so
right.
because my dream is also I have to come and work with you as well.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
so we work around all the world.
You're right. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah, and why not do something in New York?
Sure, 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 sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come to New York whenever you have a chance. Sure,
yeah.
our doors are wide open.
Perfect,
It's
perfect. And
like come
that's the
on
same
down.
way if you go to Denmark, you just come, okay? I will just show you around.
Okay.
Yeah,
You come to New York. You come to New York, and I'll show you around too. So yeah,
perfect,
yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I've been in New York City, but that's not the same as the state New York. So,
There's New York City, and then yeah, upstate New York, like up around like Albany, like the capital, about maybe about 200 miles north of this city. And then beyond that, between there and Canada, you
yeah.
have the Adirondack Mountain Park
Oh
there, which
yeah.
is like 6 million square miles of wilderness,
Wow.
trees and rivers and lakes and camping sites.
And
Uh,
a lot of bears as well.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Are
we
you
have to be
kidding? Are you
careful.
kidding? Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah, sure. Bears, deer, moose. I don't know. Do you have
The
moose
goose.
in Denmark?
Moose. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Oh,
big ones.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Moose that,
they are in Sweden as well. So yeah, I
yeah.
know it. Yeah, yeah.
Some of
And I
those,
guess, even if I do the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, like a chokehold will not take a bear down.
I
I don't
don't,
think so.
in other words, you want to invoke what they call in wrestling the bear hug. The
Yeah.
bear hug like
Maybe I
around.
can use this. Yeah, yeah.
You can try. I won't
Yeah,
say
or
any
maybe
more
like
than
a
that.
roundhouse kick. That's also good. Yeah.
I don't know if you can get into a street fight with a bear. You can, but
I'm sure I can.
you
Yeah.
can try. I'm not going to
Yeah.
say what the outcome is going to be, but I mean, you can try. You can
Yeah,
try.
for sure.
Okay, Mr. Yogi Bear, let me get you
Yeah,
a bear hug.
exactly.
No,
Oh,
no.
oh, this is your mother.
Don't you dare go against Mama Bear. You're
Exactly. Okay,
you're in
I'm
trouble
I'm
there if you
sorry.
go
I'm
against
sorry.
Mama Bear. And then once Papa Bear sees that Mama Bear's getting angry, then you got Papa Bear to deal with too,
Yeah,
besides
yeah.
Mama Bear.
And I
But
think two against one, that's
yeah,
impossible, you
yeah.
know?
No, I think you better quit while you're ahead there and just
Yeah.
keep driving
I
by.
think
Yeah,
I
but
think it's just a thought, not
yeah,
not now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's plenty to do up there. Hunting and fishing,
Yeah.
skiing. Oh, plenty of things to do. Yeah, there's Niagara Falls in
Oh
Buffalo.
yeah.
Niagara Falls, both the Canadian side of the falls and the New York State slash USA side. So yeah, plenty. I got plenty of things to show you around in New York. It's like take your pick,
Yeah, perfect,
pick
perfect.
pick
Yeah.
pick a week, and we can look at different thing like every day in the week. So
That's perfect. That's
yeah, yeah,
perfect. Yeah. I
yeah.
want to see the nature because I really I mean I saw a lot from again Canada, but like upstate as well, and it looks so beautiful and I
Oh, it
really want to
is.
see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure. You got the St. Lawrence Seaway. The St. Lawrence up there, Thousand Islands. Plenty of camping up there. I mean, yeah.
That's
Can go
yeah.
on. Yeah, can go on and on.
Yeah.
So.
I
Uh,
don't think like one lifetime we have to see all the world. There's so much things. Yeah.
It would take more than one lifetime to see it all.
Exactly.
So
Exactly. Yeah.
you just get
Yeah.
snippets of here and there just to kind of get the overall flavor of the place. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, and I mean it's speaking of like hunting and fishing and all things that are other than your interests in acting and filming and producing and writing. Uh, in all of your posts, it's like you're into so many different sports that I've seen.
Yeah.
Interest in
Yeah.
so many different sport. I mean, a variety of sports. You have interest in cars, car racings, motorcycles. Uh, how how did you become interested in getting involved in so many sports and like also your interest in cars and in motorcycles?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's also a a long answer. So the
Yeah.
thing is with cars, I remember back in 2001 or two, maybe, I was sitting home with my cousin. No, I think it was at his place. We were like 14 years old or something like this. And we did like cars, but it was like Lamborghinis and Ferraris.
Ah, you're going for the high end stuff. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but the thing is, his older brother, my other cousin, he came home and he had this DVD, the new movie in his hand, and that was Fast and Furious.
Oh, say no more.
Yes.
Say no more. Oh
Exactly.
man, I'll tell you.
Exactly. So that's where my thought about cars and dreams about cars
Right?
started, really started. Because I remember the first time me and my cousin we saw this car in the beginning of the film. It's a Mitsubishi Eclipse, so that's a normal car.
Right.
but we didn't know you could take a normal car and make it so beautiful and fast like this.
Right.
So we were just like, what kind of car is this? Is it a Lamborghini? Is it a Porsche? Or we don't know. But we saw this movie again and again and again. I mean, that's the movie I have seen mostly in my
Oh
life.
yeah.
Yeah.
And probably the sequels to them too, right? One,
Yeah.
two, three, four. Yeah, yeah.
Up to 10. And I
Yeah,
mean,
right,
I mean,
right.
it started from street racing to go to outer space. I
Yeah.
know it's like crazy, but I still enjoy the movies, you know.
Oh
I
yeah,
really
yeah.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
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 that
like
was the start of the car thoughts we have, you.
okay. So then your interest in cars from that point that
Yeah.
naturally transferred over into motorcycles, right? Because I know
Yeah. Yeah,
I see
that's the
you
thing.
buy some you're standing by some pretty cool bikes there in some
Yeah.
of your
Well,
posts.
that
Yeah.
that that was actually my own.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Cool.
it was. I was I think it's 10 years ago. Um I remember I got some money back from how do you say it, from I paid too much in taxes.
Okay.
Then one times in a year in Denmark we get money back if we pay too much.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so I
Yep.
got a lot of money back, and then I had money enough to take the driver license for a motorcycle.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, and I didn't say it to anyone. I was like, okay, I don't say this to anyone. Then I got my license. I went out. I took a little loan and did buy this not new bike, but almost new bike. And I just wanted a fast, sexy motorcycle, you know? And I went to buy this and I really enjoyed to drive it. And I remember I just got to I drove out to my dad's house. I don't remember, maybe it was a birthday.
Uh-huh.
And I was going inside the house with my helmet in my hand, and he was just laughing. What are you doing? I said, well, I'm not in my car today. And he was just, what do you mean? I said, take a look outside. Take a look outside the window. And he was just seeing this motorcycle. He was like, wow, is that yours? And I was like, that's mine. And he was like, you don't have a driver license for this. Yes, I have. I
That's
took
you
it without
too.
saying anything. He was so happy, and I just drove around to my family and just showed the
Yeah,
motorcycle.
yeah.
So yeah, even
Now,
I'm much a car guy. I'm much more a car guy, but I love motorcycles as well. So yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Do you like to get involved like with the cars? Do you like to get involved like they say put like detailing like decals on the bodies of the cars and all that?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I really love it, but here's the thing: is it's really expensive in Denmark.
Oh, yeah, well,
So
yeah.
I remember when I first got my driver's license, I bought a lot of uh, body parts to my car. You know, I use a lot of money, but it had to go to the mechanic all the time because different parts of the cars was just
Right.
crashed, and just a lot of things. So I was ending up selling those parts and buy
Uh-huh.
a newer car, and that was cool as well. But it broke down.
Right, right. And then
Old cars eventually just break down.
yeah, I was going to say, and if you have like an older model and you need like a new part, uh,
Yeah,
or well, if it's like beyond repair where you can't repair what you have, but you have to get it installed brand new, it's like
yeah.
the older the vehicle, the harder it is to get parts, right?
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
And the thing is still that I'm not a mechanic. I was in the school for mechanic for half a year, but I didn't know much about it. So I remember one of the cars I had was just like an old Japanese car, and I
okay,
remember I had to buy a new turbocharger, and I bought this online from a guy, this turbocharger, and he told me, it will fit on your car. And when I just got this turbocharger, I was asking one guy I knew who was a mechanic, and he told me this turbocharger does not fit on your car. This is not a gasoline turbocharger, and it's for like a Toyota Land Cruiser.
Oh my gosh.
SUV, and my car was like a Nissan 2 Silvia, so it
Oh,
was like
okay.
nothing at all. And I just used a lot of money for this turbocharger. So I remember, no, I'm
So,
selling this. I
so
don't have
that's
money for it.
that's just like trying to put regular gasoline into a diesel engine, right?
Exactly,
Right.
exactly. Yeah. So I was like, no, no, I sell this
Right,
car.
right.
So I still have dreams about have those kind of car,
Uh-huh.
but you know, I also have to buy, buy grocery stuff and food and
And
pay
and
the
re
rent
and
and
remember, filming comes first, cars
exactly,
second, right?
exactly.
Well, let's see, filming, then how could I say it? Food or well, it's a toss up between filming and food first,
Yeah,
and then cars second, right?
exactly, exactly.
Like
I
a
mean,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I could sleep outside for a couple of days if I was sure I was in a movie.
You could buy a used camper and save money that way, right? Stay
Exactly.
outside. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So besides your interest in, or along with your interest in cars, uh, have you ever raced before? Like been in car races?
Oh yeah, and street racing, yeah, not much, but I did it
Okay.
early on. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was, but that was like, I I did a couple of times with my friends,
Oh,
but we
okay.
we did attend to bigger meetings, but I didn't race at that time because I wanted to be sure I will win, and my car was much slower than many of the other cars, so I was
Oh,
like,
okay. Okay.
but I
Okay.
wanted to do it with my motorcycle because I know that was fast.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
never got to it because
That's
I,
it right
you
there.
know,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and I wanted to buy all those expensive
Oh, yeah.
clothes. Yeah, and that's
Patches and decal. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
I had something, but it was not the best.
Oh, okay.
And if I was unlucky to crash, I mean that will
No,
be crazy. I had
yeah.
to have the better things.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Like staying with the subject of car racing, like in Denmark, do you have demolition derbies?
no, like like Demolition Derby. I remember that's a car game from
Uh,
Holton, like
uh,
where you crash and
yes, it's like everybody like is in a dirt area, and then you try to smash each other's car so much
oh
that say like your competitor's car won't run anymore because you've crashed into it so many times that it just can't move.
yeah,
They
like in a part of Too Fast to Furious where you see
Yeah,
those.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, but no, we don't have it in Denmark.
Oh,
No,
okay. Because
unfortunately.
I know we have it a lot here, like especially like in county fairs during the summer, they'll have like a demolition derby where like a
Oh
lot
yeah,
of people in the area
yeah,
they like work on their cars all year long. They take like all the windows out so when it crashes you don't get all the spray of glass.
exactly.
They
Yeah,
take all the glass out and they just bump the heck out of each other until,
yeah,
like they say, the last racer standing, until
yeah.
there's only
And
one
it looks
car.
so fun. It looks so fun, and I
It
want
is,
to see it. Yeah.
well, you can get hurt too. Like uh, I was to this one demolition derby at a county fair nearby this past summer,
Yeah.
and this one young kid, it was his very first demolition derby. Never had a demolition derby before,
Okay.
and his car got so damaged right at the start of the derby that he couldn't go anymore. And that was his very first derby. He was the first car that was rendered worthless because they pounded the car so much that he couldn't move.
Okay.
Plus the fact that they dented the car so much that he couldn't even get out of the car.
Wow. So we
They
had to
had
like wait to the end or something, or
Yeah, he was off to the side of the race, and the rest of the demolition derby cars, did their thing until somebody won. So he was off to the side. He was sitting in his car all that time, It seemed like forever, but I don't know, maybe it was like maybe what, 15 minutes or something.
Yeah,
They had to have fire personnel come and get him out of the car,
yeah.
and he was shaken up so much that he could not walk. They had to bring a stretcher to the car, put him on the stretcher, and wheel him to the ambulance and take him to the hospital. And that was his very first demolition derby.
Wow,
I
wow.
couldn't get
That's
over it. So I
no.
don't.
What happened? I mean, is he okay or did he?
I never found out. I never found that out, but I'm thinking either he's not going to be racing anymore, or he only got shaken up enough where now he's got experience under his belt and he knows what to do, like for next year. But
Yeah,
yeah, I thought that was
yeah.
I
That's
was
yeah. I mean,
surprised.
and for the first time, and if
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was
And
young, like you said, yeah,
yeah,
that's wow.
and the race announcer announced that like to the whole crowd. I forget the kid's name, but they said, so and so is his very first race. And when I heard that, I says, "Oh wow." I I didn't expect to see that today. I
No,
says,
no,
I
of course.
expected to see,
What age was he? Was he
oh, he
very
must
young?
have been, I don't know, maybe about 16, you
Wow,
know.
but that's so early. Yeah,
It
that's
is, it is.
yeah,
So I says, yeah, I says I came here expecting, just to see demolition and crash bang and all that. I says I didn't expect to see somebody go to the hospital on their very first time. Their very
no, no, and especially when you see like a younger,
yeah,
he's a
yeah,
kid. Yeah,
yeah.
so
And
it's
you
like
had
even more you think
yeah, and
about. Yeah,
you had a like a firefighter on either side of him balancing him just to get to the stretcher. And then they
yeah,
put him on a stretcher. So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
so
Yeah,
if
I mean,
you're
even if you enjoy to watch it, it's like,
oh
yeah,
no,
you will have it, and yeah,
no, that
I
took all the joy out of it when I seen that kid, and you're always wondering, geez, I wonder what happened to him. And I don't know if it was like in the newspaper, maybe, like have write-ups about like car races afterwards. I don't know if the county fair ever put that in the media or not, but
okay, okay,
you know, hope he
yeah, but I hope he's okay.
oh, me too. Me
Yeah,
too. Me
yeah,
too. Me too.
yeah.
So yeah, I mean, we've covered practically from A to Z about you today, and I still don't think that we've touched on everything that you work on, and
That, well, that's a lot. That's a lot. So yeah,
and
yeah,
I've really been looking forward to you, all week. Everybody
yeah.
out
Me
there,
too. Me too.
Martin and I just met a week ago online for an interview we did in connection with the North Film Festival online version that happened, this past week. So uh, I feel like I know you, Martin, forever. I mean, we get along so well and have so many
Yeah,
things in
it's going
common.
great. This one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And yeah, I mean, I want to thank you so much for being on my show, graciously accepting my invitation to be on the show.
Yeah,
And
thank you for inviting me.
oh,
It's nice of you.
my pleasure, my pleasure. And uh, I just want to congratulate you on everything that you've accomplished, both acting, producing, writing, directing, and in the whole gamut of things. And
Thank you.
uh,
Thank you. It means a lot. It means a lot. Thank you.
thank you, and I wish you well and success in your career.
Yeah. Yeah, and
And
you too. You too.
yeah,
I'm looking forward to work with you one day.
you too, you too.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to that tour of Denmark, and I know you're looking forward to that tour of New
I
York
sure
City,
do. I
right?
sure do. Yeah, yeah. I really do.
Yeah. So, yeah. So once again, thank you very much, and thank all of you out there for viewing today. Be sure to watch for this interview on my YouTube channel when I upload it to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my channel. Give a like and a comment here to Martin's interview today, our time that we spent together today. And until next time, uh,
Next
my
time, yeah.
name my name is Edward S. Redcar, the host of Edward S. Redcar's Entertainer Chat. We've been or we've all been talking today with Martin Christophersen, producer, director, actor, nutritionist, a car enthusiast, jujitsu, among so many other things. So, once again, thank you, Martin, for being on the show. Thank all of
Thank you.
you for tuning in today. And until next time, I'll say so long, and have a good day. We'll see you soon.